Power does what it wants.
Alright guys, how we doing?
Power does what it wants.
What's the story, right?
Story's about corruption today. Were you guys know anything about it?
Power does what it wants.
Can you ask him to point on the dial where it's making him uncomfortable?
Power does what it wants.
And the shirt says, I believe, balls deep.
My name?
Yeah.
Major Lee Awesome.
He says his name is Captain Awesome.
Do you need anything?
Yeah, what's going on?
What do you guys want? I don't have a clue.
Okay. Why were we called?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, I don't really know how to respond to that, sir.
Well, I'm asking you what you're doing. You got a video camera in my face, so...
Yeah, I feel threatened.
I don't have a video camera in your face.
Would you mind telling us why?
I don't answer questions.
Okay.
Power does what it wants.
What are you doing?
Excuse me?
What you doing?
What does it look like?
You can't record this building. It's a public building. You can't record this building, sir.
I got something right here from the Department of Justice says otherwise.
Right, we've asked him to leave. We had clients in the building.
Yeah, you can't record
He's
other
not
people.
supposed to be filming, and he told us he did not have to leave. He was very rude
Show me
and
where
ugly
it say you
with
got
us.
something on the, saying you got something that can record. I don't want to see that. I want to see something that say you can record. If you can't, you got to leave the building now, or I'm gonna place you under arrest. You got it? You got that?
No.
Okay, so let's go.
All right.
And he also was filming us after we asked him not to, like he
I'm
still
gonna
is.
get his information. You need to turn that off, sir.
Per our policy.
You need to turn that off, sir.
As soon as I put this
No,
up,
turn that off now. Turn it off. I'll hold it. You turn it off.
There you go.
All right, now let's go to my vehicle so I can get some information on you. I'll be
Thank
right
you,
back.
Officer Smith.
Yeah, I'll be right back. As soon as I... Let me see that document you showed me.
Yes, sir. Just,
I need the ID also.
I don't carry ID
You
with
have
me.
to, how you drive?
What do you mean, how do I drive?
You driving?
I'm not right now, I'm walking.
Okay, but how did you get here?
Drove.
Okay, so you don't have an ID with you.
Not on my person.
Where's
no.
that?
That's somewhere safe.
Okay, well I need to see it.
You in the state of South
No, yes,
Carolina.
sir, you got to present an ID. Yes, sir. In the state of South Carolina, you got to present an ID when you approached by a police officer. Read the law.
If I'm 15 years old and don't have an
You ain't
ID,
15 years old.
what I'm saying is all you got to do is
If
provide
you-
your name
no,
and your date
no,
of
sir.
birth.
No, sir. You got to provide, an adult got to provide a legal ID.
What statute says, sir?
I'll show you the statute, but if you're driving that vehicle without a driver's license, then I can charge you with driving without an automobile because you just told me you were driving.
I sure am.
Okay, so you driving without a driver's license.
No.
Okay, then get your driver's license for me. I'll walk you to your vehicle.
Can you show me the statute?
No, you go. I'm gonna ask you one more time. I'm gonna place you under arrest.
All right. Under threat of arrest, I'll get it for you.
No threat of arrest.
You just said you'd place me under arrest.
That's not a threat. That's the law.
Oh, this one's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. This is for the state of Baltimore.
That's actually a guidance letter by the Civil Rights Division. It goes out to all the police departments. Y'all are probably too small to get it. But it basically saying that I have the right to come in there. I don't need credentials. I don't need permission.
No, sir. Not in South Carolina. Maybe in Baltimore, Maryland, but in South Carolina, you got to have credentials.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Any building, unless you are accompanied by an adult.
I
Unless
find
you're
that hard to
Well,
believe.
you need to find it hard to believe. But right now, I'm telling you what the law is.
Okay. And what's that statute? I'll look that up.
Well, you can look it up.
What is it?
I ain't gonna have to tell it to you.
All right.
You got insurance on this vehicle, sir?
Yep.
I have that, sir. Do you have any weapons in this vehicle? This is a public place. You have weapons on the public place unless you authorize the carry. Do you have any weapons in this building, in this vehicle, sir? Before I search it.
If you pull me over.
No, sir. You're on a public place causing a disturbance. I can search your vehicle. Yes, sir. Read the statute.
What statute?
Okay.
You keep saying read the statute. I want to read the statute.
All right. Look it
What's
up.
the
But
statute?
right now, I'm telling you, do you have any weapons in this vehicle?
It depends on what you mean
No,
by
do you
weapons.
have any weapons in it that can cause harm to any person or anybody?
I'm sure there's screwdrivers
No,
in
I'm
here.
not. Do you have any guns, knives, bazookas,
No, no guns, knives, or bazookas.
Okay. Grenades?
No. Do you have a supervisor?
I'm the supervisor. You can see what's it.
Okay, do you have a chief? Okay,
well, he's not working today.
You have a chief? No.
I didn't say no. You say no.
Do you have a city attorney?
You can get all that when you go on our website. Can I see this pass? That's you. So you saying you with the press? You saying you with the press?
Yep.
And who you work for?
I'm remaining silent.
Okay.
Taking my fifth.
Okay, then I'm gonna place you under arrest. How about that? So who are you working for?
Activism News Network.
Okay. Well, you get in your car, Mr. What's your name? Lee and Lee.
Okay.
If you come back on here, I'm gonna charge you with trespassing.
Yes, sir.
Notice that you trespassing. I'm glad you're recording that, so you can show that I told you that you're being charged with trespassing if you come back on this place. Unless you got conduct business, and before you can conduct business here, you need to come to the town of Warrenville and have an officer escort you here.
Have an officer escort me here.
Exactly.
Okay. Do you guys have a county attorney or a city attorney?
Yes, we do.
Who is that?
Go on our website. You can find all that information.
Okay. I can go to City Hall here in Burnville?
Yes, sir. Right now, our office is closed for the day. It's open back up at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
I'll be here at 8 a.m.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you the mayor?
I am indeed.
Great. I'm coming in today. I don't know if you heard about the incident last night. Okay, so it's real bad. Okay, so basically, I'm a citizen journalist. I go around, I look for government abuse, misapplication of rights, stuff like that. I was down here at the local health department, okay? I was inside, I was filming. I've been doing this 3 years all over the country, so I'm well familiar with the laws. The ladies got upset that I was there. I tried to tell them that, hey, somebody from the state health department sent everybody an email in October telling them to allow me in the public lobbies to record. They didn't want to hear about it, so they called the police here. There's a deputy chief that came up there. Now, it was closing time, so I had gone outside the building, and I don't know if you knew the new health department. By the way, it looks beautiful. It's a very nice looking building. But I was beside the door. They have the windows there, right? And I was just standing there on the sidewalk recording through the windows. The deputy chief comes up, an older black gentleman. I didn't get his name, but I'll need that before I leave today because I brought a notice of intent to sue. And it was insane. It literally insane. Like, I've never met an officer, and I've got over 1,000 interactions, like I said, all over the country with officers. I've never met an officer that misquoted the law as much as this gentleman did. Like, he is a huge liability to the city here. Again, I'm already getting ready to sue, but...
What's your basis for the suit?
Okay, prior restraint. He threatened me with arrest to shut off my camera. He kicked me off public property for filming, which is a violation of my First Amendment rights in the state of South Carolina. Trespass statute don't apply to public property, State versus Hannibal. Okay, he also threatened me with arrest if I didn't show my actual physical ID, which is not required in any state. All that's needed is name and date of birth. Okay, then he follows me over to my vehicle. And luckily he didn't do this, but he told me that he was going to search my vehicle because I was creating a disturbance in a public building. So you'll see the video. A lot of people see the video. I got 80,000 subscribers. It's going to be bad.
I'm confused. What was your intent? Why were you there?
My intent is to just go to public buildings, public areas of public buildings, and make sure that they don't violate my rights. That's it. Just exercising my rights. Just right to free press. I have a press pass. I still have my press pass. I actually, and this is interesting, I always bring this. I'll let you look it over real quick. I highlighted just the important parts, but I showed this to the deputy chief. He didn't want to take a look at it, but this is from the Department of Justice, from the Civil Rights Division. It's what's called a guidance letter, and it's to the Baltimore Police Department about an incident where a gentleman was recording. And it basically goes over the laws of people recording in public. Like I said, you don't have to read the whole thing. If you just flip through it, I've got stuff highlighted.
You're Christopher Sharp?
No, that's not me. That's not me. Like I said, it's just a guidance letter from the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice to the police department, telling them how they should respond to people that are filming.
So what? I'm still confused. Why were you there? Just to film?
Just to film. That's all I do. And I was in Hampton yesterday, and I was in Waltersboro yesterday. And so what I do is I come to an area, I find the public buildings, I go through and I record, and that's it. I remain quiet. I don't obstruct business. Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. I actually have 3 lawsuits in southern Alabama right now for conduct just like this. I had like 8 lawsuits in Florida, which I won about half of those. So it's a very serious matter, and again.
And this is how you make your living?
No, I actually have a job. I've worked at the same job for 16 years, and I run a small business. It's a civic duty. Keeping in a free society, citizens have to keep an eye on their government.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What led you to our town?
Well, I was in Waltersboro yesterday, and and I saw Hampton was close by. So here, let me give you an example. I'll show you. Because like I said, I've been doing this for 3 years, so I go all around. So, okay, so this is the Southeast United States, and the green dots are everywhere I've been. That blue dot, that's where we're at now. So you can see I'm right in the middle of everywhere where I need to be. So as you can see, a lot of this area I haven't covered before. Where's Charleston? And I've been all through the great state of South Carolina. Like I said, I've never been treated like this. You'll see. It's bad. And then, I was in Waltersboro yesterday, so I'm like, hey, let me shoot on over here to Hampton. I didn't even know about Varnville. You know what I mean? I didn't know that the health department was in Varnville. So it wasn't like I was like, hey, Varnville. But again,
so he didn't write you a ticket or anything.
No, he doesn't have to. All he has to do is threaten me with arrest for providing ID when I've broken no law, and that's a violation. So.
What is your intent here today?
Well, my intent here today is I'm going to file that intent of notice to sue. I'm going to give that to the chief. He's on his way in. I've already talked to the chief on the phone. And to drop off some training material, because that's part of my settlement and the right to the intent to sue. I'm sorry, let me block the door here. So that's part of that, is to drop off the training. I also have the email at the Department of Health stating that, yes, he's allowed in the common lobbies of the area. Leave him alone.
What time of the day was it?
This was just at closing. It was like 4:50, 4:55. And like I said, I knew they were closing, so I stepped outside of the building. I stood on the public sidewalk right there, recorded, and it's horrible. I mean, literally, the guy misquoted every law in South Carolina. He said I was harassing the ladies. I said, well, a harassment has to be a pattern, a series of events. No, it don't. Read the statute. He said, do you have ID? I said, well, I don't have ID on me. I can give you my name and date of birth. Oh, no, the statute requires a physical ID. If you don't give me the physical ID, I'm going to arrest you. I mean, it was horrible.
Are you familiar with any of this, Chief?
Is this the chief? I talked to him this morning.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Who was the officer?
It was the deputy chief. It said deputy chief right there. Was an older black gentleman. I asked him if he had a supervisor. He said he was the supervisor. Like I said, it was 4:55, 4:58. His name was Mike. The ladies called him Mike. That's all I got.
Oh, it was Mike. Well, you do what you have to do, serve your notices or what have you. Everything has to be in writing.
Yeah, I've got it over there. I just didn't know his name, so I couldn't fill it out. So
you got a business card? Or?
I gave him a business card. I have one in my car that I can run out and grab for you. This is my press pass that I use. Now, again, in the United States, press passes are required. I made this myself. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to bump you there. And again, like I said, I'm not out to cause trouble. I didn't want to cause trouble. So today, what I was going to do is drop off my notice, give you guys the evidence, the documentation that I said I would provide, And then I would like to, and you guys might want to go with me or go over there, but I'd like to go back to the health department, finish my recording, and then be on my way. And again, I have all the documentation from the health department that says I'm allowed to be there. I mean, this stuff is really, it's legally, it's common sense.
Well, I'm confused about your intent, but anyhow.
Can you get the card if I could have your business card?
Yeah, I'll run and grab that. I'm going to leave my stuff right up here. I got my camera and stuff. Okay. Yes, can I help you?
Can I ask what you're doing?
You can ask, but I don't usually share it.
Well, I'm just curious because some of the women in here are getting a little intimidated with you walking around with the camera.
Uncomfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Here, hold on.
I'd just like to have an answer for them.
Can you ask them the point on the dial where it's making them uncomfortable? Because I have some salve to rub on to make them feel a little bit more comfortable.
So you can be a smart ass.
I'm recording. What does it look like?
I understand that.
Okay.
And I understand that.
Okay.
And I'm trying to be as professional as I can. Ask you what you're recording and why.
And
because we have employees and clients here that feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
Because you're not saying anything to anybody about it.
Yeah, because as a grown man, I don't answer to anybody because nobody hears my dad or my mom. So I don't have to answer any questions anybody gives me.
You can't just be polite.
I could.
Just tell me exactly what you're doing and why.
I've already talked with the ladies. I talked to the lady in the administration. They were very helpful. So I don't understand what the issue is. Do you have more than one administration office?
We have a lot of administrators around here and deputy administrators.
You have one administration office on the second floor, correct?
I've got a county administrator. And I got a bunch of people underneath them with the title administrator.
I was just in the county administrator's office, and there was no issue. So
if he has no problem with it, that's all I need to know.
There you go.
So if anybody else asks, I can say, been approved through the county administrator.
Well, just tell them that we don't need approval, because as citizens, we have the right to record.
Yeah, I get all that. But
okay.
To make people feel comfortable, if the county administrator's comfortable with it, then they should feel comfortable with it. It's just called being polite, that's all.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, guys. So I got some public information here for you. Oh, human trafficking. I've heard that's profitable to get into. Gentlemen know anything about human trafficking? I heard that's profitable. Oh, this one's good. It's a 360 camera, it gets everything.
But don't record people coming in.
I stand out in front and would do that.
We'll have to ask you to go outside if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Thank you so much.
Good, how are you?
Yes, can I help you?
I'm just doing a story. I'm a journalist out here doing a story.
Okay, I didn't ask for permission to record me.
Oh, you don't have to ask my permission, I give it to you.
Okay, this is the Mexican Council?
Yeah, I can read.
Okay, I mean, you're not allowed to do that here.
Oh, you're not?
This is Mexico. This is part of Mexico.
This is part of Mexico?
Yes, sir.
This public street?
Yes, sir. It's still right here, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they have that sign right there, no trespassing.
Yeah, that's why I haven't gone past that.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to be recording.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Mexico, sir.
Okay, well, in America, we're allowed to record.
Oh, no, but this is not part of America. America is out there.
Oh, is that Mexico?
No, that's not Mexico. That's not Mexico right there.
Okay, so we're on a public right-of-way, right?
Yes, sir, but you're not allowed to record on Mexican property.
No, we can. That's
what. That's against the law.
Is it against
Mexico? Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yes, sir. You're not in America in this part, and this right here. You're not able to do anything.
Right. If I pass here,
you don't have no authority to do anything here in Mexico.
He said we're in Mexico.
This isn't.
Yeah, this is a right of way.
You're not allowed to record anything from Mexico, sir.
U.S. law says if you can see it from public property, you can
This is
record it.
Mexico, sir. This is Mexico.
You have no authority out here.
Not even the cops cannot come this way either.
You have no authority out here.
Yeah,
This is a sidewalk.
Yeah.
This is actually a sidewalk.
Yeah, but you're pointing your cameras out there, and that's a property.
Yeah, but that's what we're saying. Because we're not on Mexico soil, we're on American.
The thing is that you're recording.
I
mean, you can record anything over
I
here,
can't
but
do this right here.
No, sir. No, you're not allowed.
Yeah, and look, you know what Google is? You know what? You know what? Hey, do you know what?
U.S. law says I am.
U.S., but this is Mexico.
This is U.S. soil.
Did you say U.S.
That's Mexico.
or U.S.?
U.S.
U.S. Okay.
But
United
this
States.
is Mexico. I think you guys are getting confused.
I think you're confused.
You're
Yes.
confused.
I'm not confused.
You had absolutely no.
Are you in
authority out
Mexico right now? Are you in Mexico?
Yes, sir.
Are you on
here.
American?
Right now,
Yes,
You're
sir.
on American soil. U.S. soil.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're on U.S.
Have a good
soil.
day. Hey, you guys ain't bringing any cocaine in the diplomatic pouches, are you?
Thank you. Hey, what's up? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Recording your public. You can ask him. She's with us.
Okay. Should I talk to her?
No.
Okay. So what's going on here?
What do you mean? We just journalists just doing stories.
What kind of story?
We can't tell you exactly what.
Yeah, it's an investigative piece.
We can't get into the details about the story. Right,
Do you have permission to be on the property though?
Yeah,
We have permission to visit government offices, absolutely.
Okay.
Public property.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Even if it's privately owned, when the government rents it out, it becomes public for.
Now, do you have some kind of credentials?
I do in my car, but I don't have any on me, so.
Who is she?
What's your name, ma'am?
Hey,
There is no state issue.
Ma'am, what's your name?
Property manager.
You don't have a name?
Yes, I have a name.
Well, don't you work for the? Don't you work for the government?
I do.
Okay, then you're a servant. You need to tell me your name.
Why do I need to tell you?
Because we
your
pay
name?
your
You're not-
salary.
well, just in case we have a complaint, it's called redressing our government. So if for some reason, I'm not saying you or such, but let's say we didn't like the way you had approached us or whatever.
I have a responsibility to know what's going on with this gentleman's property.
Well, we
Absolutely.
We went into be a first building over here
Oh, you
and
did?
had a tour through there and everything was fine. Yeah. Went
Yeah.
to the whole building.
Yeah.
Did, so
Yeah.
we got every right to be out here. I don't remember her name.
Yeah, well, we spoke to the lady obviously at the counter, but then some other lady had come up and she took a public record request from me. And like he said, we walked around toward the building. So here comes another gentleman. He might be able to help you.
Yes, this gentleman works with me.
Oh, okay.
So what? What's going on? We just sat here recording, man.
Yeah, just doing a little bit of a news story out here on the government. So,
Oh, there's another one. Don't want to identify yourself.
okay.
Yeah, listen, if you don't, hey,
This is not private
hang on,
property.
hang on. If you don't tell me who you are, I don't listen to nothing about you. What you saying?
Okay, then I'll have you arrested.
Then have me arrested, then, Big Daddy. Do your best. Do your best. Do your best.
I just want you to know that if you
No,
have
let
me
him- let
arrested,
him- let him do that.
I'm very litigious.
Let him go ahead and do that.
Okay?
Yeah, let him go ahead
Just let
and do
you,
that.
that was a warning.
You don't identify yourself. We don't
I
listen
don't
to
have
you.
to identify
But then we
myself.
don't
You're
listen
on
to
private
you.
property.
We don't listen to you.
This is
then.
not private property.
You
This
make
is
no
public
difference to
property.
me.
It's owned by the state. It is
No,
not
it's
owned by the
not.
state. That is
This
state
is not,
property.
no, we are
This is
leasing.
state.
We are leasing it.
Which
Okay.
makes it public property.
Private owner.
Which makes it public property.
It's not.
It does. Hey, don't argue. Let the cops tell them. We're just checking out the public lobby here, but kind of got upset, so they called the police. So we're waiting on them. Yeah.
Okay.
We're not criminals. Don't worry.
All right. So y'all just hanging out recording?
We could record government buildings.
We got a call. You got a call?
Yeah, from one of the constituents in the area about corruption and just tomfoolery with the governmental system here in Holmes County.
Right.
So we've been up to the sheriff's department and the health department and Just trying to flush it out and see what's
What are you in
going
for?
on here.
My wife works here.
Oh, okay. That's your
Yes.
wife?
No, there's a. My wife's in the back, and she's a supervisor. So,
Okay.
I sport everything on your shirts.
Right on.
But these are women here, sir.
How
How about bringing a couple women?
Hang on,
with
hang
you?
on. I'm a feminist. I'm a feminist,
I
so
care
don't pull
what
the woman
feminist
card.
you- I don't care.
Don't pull the woman
These
card.
are women up here, and you're making them feel uncomfortable. If you are as good people as you say you are, you wouldn't want to put them in that position, right?
Most of the
Right?
government
No.
buildings are
If
stacked
you
up.
were a respectful person as you are, instead of wanting to stir the pot, you would treat women with respect, and you wouldn't be up here harassing them and putting them in a position to feel vulnerable.
Stop being silly.
Because no, I'm not being silly.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
are. Nobody
saying-
was harassing anyone, so
then
knock it
what
off.
is the objective? Just to record, or to
Just
record
to
the,
exercise
To get
our
records.
rights.
There are people
But
here.
really,
What
it's none of your
records do you
business. None of your business.
need? Okay, I agree. I can be
Okay.
in here. I can be
Right
in
on.
here just like you can.
Yeah.
Okay. And the
And you
people
can
that are in
exercise
here
your
are
freedom
some
of the
these-
press,
Some of
too.
these people that are coming in here, they're not proud to be in here. Okay.
Okay.
So why don't you just, accomplish your mission, whatever it is?
We-
Why- they're trying to get.
Hang
done.
on, hang on.
Yeah, go ahead.
We did.
Uh-huh.
And if she would have just taken it like we asked,
Yeah.
instead of calling the law, we would have been out of here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now, we're not going to have
What
them
are you
chase us.
asking for?
We
Records.
acted for public records
What
requests.
public records?
Well, first of all, that's for them to know. It
Right.
would actually get your wife fired if I was to tell you that, because
Okay.
you have no.
No,
business.
you can tell me if you have the business. I have all right that you do.
No, you
Come
don't.
on, man. Yes, just like all right. Then show me some kind of identification.
Put in a records request there and ask them for the last records request that was made, and then you can get it.
Okay. Well, that okay.
That's the way you can
So
get it.
do you think they're going to be able to hand it right to you the same minute you
We
walk
don't.
in the
We
door?
don't expect
Why
them to.
can't
That's
you
why.
ask
That's
that
why
and
we
then
gave them
leave
an
it and come
email
back?
address.
I
That's
wrote it
exactly
out on a
what
piece of
happened.
paper and
Okay.
handed it
Well,
to
then
her.
feel free to go instead of now. This is harassment.
No, she was calling the cops. We're not going to have them chasing us. We're not going to have them chasing us around town. So now we have to wait for the law.
Well, it's
We
not
told her
any-
not to. We said we're not criminals. They have crime to fight,
Yeah.
and to just take our request, and we would leave.
Okay.
But we're doing it the stupid and hard way.
Right. Okay. But
And now
still-
she's called you to come out here and try to intimidate us out of here.
No, I'm
This
not.
is
No,
you're
I'm
going to look
not.
stupid
No.
for the internet.
No, man, I don't care. That's my wife. But
Okay.
I don't care who I look stupid for.
All right.
That's her children sitting right here in the vehicle.
Why don't
If-
you
if
try to
she feels
de-escescalate
comfortable-
instead of escalating the
That's what I'm
situation?
trying to ask you. Why don't you
I
put
think
your
it was
records
really-
reports- You're
we did.
escalating by toting cameras around and pushing these ladies' faces. These are women. These aren't men. Even if you're
Stop
a
being
feminist,
silly,
we
man.
know what men are.
Right, but you hold on. You do
Put
understand
the
that.
request in and leave.
That's
No.
what we would have done had she not said, "I'm calling the police."
You said she has the email, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, now this is harassment.
No,
Once
it's
you
not.
stay
Look it
and
up.
hang around, this
Look
is
up Florida
harassment.
State statute
Are
for
you
harassment.
in here with some type of business?
Yes.
Okay. To what was it?
To wait for the police.
None of yours.
No. You done said you requested the records.
Right.
You requested it. They have your information.
You see that up there on the wall? Leadership,
Listen, we're not gonna
transparency,
go around and
accountability.
around. We're waiting on the
Yeah.
police, so when the police
Yeah.
get here, we'll take off.
Well, that's fine. I
Now,
mean,
now
you
this,
don't- why don't
this
you
what you're
shove
doing right
the
now,
camera in
this
their
is
face?
harassment.
Nobody's shoving a camera. You see how far back my camera is?
That lady's trying to work, guys.
Yeah.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
Do you realize that 85%
We're trying to
of
make
the
sure she does her
government
job
is
right.
made up of women?
Do
So
you-
should we not watch the government because most
you-
office workers are women?
Are you under the impression it's running smoothly?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The government runs great.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
running just as smooth as it can be.
All right.
But I don't see
I
where
wish I lived in
anywhere-
fantasy land with you.
Well, I can tell you one thing. My objective is not to make women feel uncomfortable.
Neither is mine. So stop
Okay.
trying to act like that's what I'm trying to do, because that's insulting to me.
Well, I
My
don't-
wife's at home too, and when somebody comes to her job and they inspect and audit her at her job, she does an excellent job as a shining
And
example
you're just
instead of a warning.
Okay, but
Be an example,
your
not a
credentials
warning.
are what?
You want
What
to
are
see
the
my press?
reasons?
I don't have
I'm
my
just
press
asking.
pass on me.
Why not? If this was actually legitimate, you'd
No,
have
it's
it
in the
on
car.
you.
It's in the car.
You should have it on your neck displayed at all times.
Is
right?
that right? Is it who said
I'm
that?
just asking.
Who said that?
If you're actually
You don't know, but
are
you're
you
saying
operating-
that.
Are you
Hold on,
operating
hold
as
on.
Yes.
press?
Hold
You
on.
are operating
Yes.
as press. Who do you work for?
Bang!
Who do you work
Bolt
for?
Action News Group.
Bolt Action News
Action.
Group. I work for Activism News Network. But
Okay.
let me just drop some education for the young man.
Sure.
The press hasn't been licensed in this country ever. The last time the press was licensed was 1662 in the Licensing Act of England. Okay, every American, you, me, him, we all have the right to free press.
It's the First Amendment.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so if we have a story that we're working on, like say government
So don't try to
corruption,
step on it.
and we have something that can capture, be it a pen, a pencil, a tape recorder, a video recorder, and we can disseminate that information to other citizens, then we're part of the press. We need no authorization from Holmes County.
Had I been in here with a sign saying Black Lives Matter or something like that,
you're doing anything
it's
wrong.
different.
I'm not saying that you're necessarily doing anything illegal.
Okay.
I'm talking about on a personal,
Yeah.
a personal.
On a personal level, your wife called the cops on us. We're not criminals, and that's insinuating that we are for exercising our civil right. So talk to her instead of us, man.
Cops are to
Calm her
serve
down.
and protect.
I told
They're
her
coming to serve.
I actually
and protect. That's what they're coming to do.
I tried.
You know how many crazy
I tried to
lunatics are in this
de-escalate.
world right now?
Yeah.
Turning
Yeah.
around
You know
cameras,
how
acting
many
like
of them
press
love
and
the
activists?
power that they would get with a badge on?
Crazy people
Have y'all accomplished anything? Come on, man. Look around. Look around with your camera.
Yeah.
And walk. Look. Have you accomplished anything? That's all I'm saying. You're making women feel uncomfortable.
That's
That's
silly.
all I'm saying.
That's silly.
That's
Why?
all-
Because we
that-
have cameras?
You put the request in, and then
And then
they
she,
got your information.
yeah, no, they
They
didn't.
can't just.
She threatened with
and-
calling
and
the
not
law.
only that, they have to make sure what records they're going to be able to just
Right,
hand
right.
out. You know.
The
There's a
records will come
reasonable
later,
amount of
but
time.
Let me ask you a question: Is this
Sure.
in the Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat era that we live in? Does cameras really make people uncomfortable?
Okay. Two men who are strong armed. Okay, why would it just be
Strong armed?
Okay, what are you just call them? I understand where you're coming from. I agree that there's
That we should have our
enough
freedom of the press?
corruption.
You agree?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you're making people feel uncomfortable. You should
Look at
take
my
it on
spot back
personal.
here in the corner. How is this making anybody? I'm
Why can't you
recording.
walk outside here?
You saw me out there when you pulled up.
Trying to work.
You saw me out there when you pulled
we're
up.
We're not bothering them. I'm sitting over here.
Well,
quietly
he's not going to leave
looking
his
at my phone.
equipment there.
All right, but right now you're just waiting for the law to get here to make you leave. And like
No,
come on,
they
that's
can't.
harassment.
No, to see if they're going to try to make us leave, they can't make us leave. It's our right to be
They're
in here.
asking you to
I pay for this air conditioning. You can't just ask somebody unless you
That's
have
harassment
committed.
now.
No, it's not.
That's harassment.
No, look
is
up
a
harassment.
A series of events.
Okay.
meaning more-
Targeting
Okay,
one
so-
person for a malicious.
So you can come and harass people one time.
No,
and then it's
no.
not harassment. Is that what
there's,
you're saying?
there's no.
not
Listen,
harassment at
listen
all.
to the rest of it.
Uh-huh.
Targeting one person over a series of events for malicious purposes. We're not doing anything malicious. We're exercising
We
our
can
civil
come to
right,
government.
our
We can
freedom
go- I
of
go
the
to City
press.
Hall with my camera
But you
every
just,
day.
Okay,
Every
you just
day.
want records.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all we wanted.
Okay, what is the camera is just to record it to get some views and get y'all paid online. Okay, we get it.
Oh,
it's-
what
it's
country
a
do you
record.
think this is?
It's a record. So let me give you an example. I write out a request. I give it to the lady.
What's
I
your
wait
name,
3
man?
weeks. Never got the request. We never got a request. What are you talking about? Well, I got video evidence of you getting a request.
Yeah.
Yep.
That could be done in about a minute and a half.
And it would have been done in about a minute and a half.
You
You're
could have
pretty smart.
You
You're
could have
pretty smart. It
recorded
would have
that in
been done-
just a minute.
Exactly. And if they wouldn't have said we're calling the law,
Look, man, knock it off. Go talk to her, not us, man, because you're
we're
not
done.
getting it.
We're done.
You're not
We're
getting
done.
it.
We're done.
I understand what you're saying. but-
Okay.
We're done.
Look at what. Okay.
Oh man, the cops are out there. Do you guys have some place I can hide?
No, sir, we don't hide people.
No? Oh man, there's got to be a place I can hide.
No, sir.
No, what about behind the counter?
No, sir.
I'm just playing with you. I'm not hiding. You guys are cracking me up.